Good morning. Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at watching the Nuggets recap from this morning. It's looking pretty good. Nuggets won. Let's take a look at BTC. So one thing that I want to show is, this is not a very good looking chart, right? And I just want to flip it on its head. So instead of taking a look at it just like this, let's go inverse, right? So this is a very inverse BTC is very, I would say this is very bullish. I would want to buy this, right? On a pullback, probably to here, which would be the 21 period moving average, but definitely would want to be buying this. So when we go back to regular BTC, we take a look at the 21 period. I mean, that's 4,500. I think in the better case, it's probably this 9 period moving average, where we're going to get a pullback to. That would be my first look for. Oh wow, that looks lovely. Actually, that could be the intermediate bottom, right? So we had this nice consolidation period, and then this morning while I was at the gym, we had a very big push up, some decent volume. This came after a kind of a quick flash down to 3620, and now we're back up in this previously traded range. So what I would be looking for is a reversal. I guess that would be above 35 or 39.50, but we could be. Let's take a look at the 6 hour. Right, so this is the area that I'm looking at, which is right around here, right? So I think that we come down, we're going to get a nice pop up here. We may even come up to this 43, right? As we range in this channel, could pop up here, and then we get another leg down as we come down further into this 3,000 area. Is kind of the target. But first, I'd like to see this 4K touched, and then have another 20% drop off. I was talking with Matt today, and we were talking about capitulation. And capitulation happens when we get to a point where we're already 80% down, right? So we've gone from 20,000 to 20,000 to 4,000, and then really we would need to drop another 50% from there, from 3,000. 20,000 to 3,000, and then another leg down. So this kind of 2,000 to 1,000 area would be capitulation, like full capitulation. And then to stay here, so you think that we kind of bottom out in this area, and then we stay here for quite a while, and then maybe we start to come back through. But at the moment, we're seeing a widening of the current movements. Volatility is coming back in. Volume is starting to pick up, but look at the highs, right? Look at the previous volume highs. Actually, let me go to Bitfinex because it's been around a while longer. We're still not anywhere close to the volume highs that we need to be. So usually with capitulation, the volume eclipses everything that came before. So just as an example, if we take a look at the SPX, right? Here's the S&P. I'm going to put this on a week to make it easier to see. Going back to 2008, you can see that the bottom of 2008 had this huge spike in volume, right? So this is almost twice the amount of volume that's being traded right now. Almost twice the amount of volume, which is pretty crazy, right? Same thing for beforehand in the well, not so much in the, well, let's go back and take a look at the let's take a look at the last crash as well too. Not as much, but definitely in 2008, there's huge amounts of volume. And volume tends to peak when you have the greatest amount of selling pressure. So when everybody's trying to run for the exit, when the S&P is crashing down to lows. So what did we hit? It was like 660, 670 on the S&P, right? So when, on March 2nd, 2009, massive volumes, preceded by these big drops, which also had some big volumes as well too. But the spike in volume kind of peaked where you have the greatest amount of selling pressure. That's when the buyers actually start coming in. It's very attractive, those prices on a risk to reward basis for the long term. And then you would see some incline that happens over the next few years. So look at how the volume has been dropping off this year, right? That's not a good indication of good long-term growth. It could signal peaking, right? And yeah, so we also had a increased trading, right? Now we have decreased trading, which is strange to say the least. Don't want to get into the S&P too much. Just going to focus on a few things. Let's take a look at some alts. Should be seeing some relatively good offers, right? So Poly's having a decent day. Raven is starting to bounce back, right? I think it's not at a point where I would want to be entering into any alts yet. I think there's probably some good entries. Go, I'm going to be looking at down in this 500 to 600 area. Icon seems to have found a nice bottom, probably, maybe. But you know, if you think that BTC is going to go down to, so if we have the assumption that BTC is going to go down to $2,000, what is that going to do to all the alts, right? They're going to get really racked, like more racked than they are now, because they're all coupled to Bitcoin in some sort of way. They all move in conjunction with BTC, and if you start losing money along with what was it, MP at 6? 60? Oh, shit. Right. So if you lose money in BTC and then you also lose money in your alts, you're really going to get wrecked. So I think there's a lot more pain to come. We're going to see some more big sell-offs. Wow, look at Eternity. Wow, that's getting close to being a buy. Yeah, something must be going on there. None of these look good. So you look at all the bottom ones, which are having poor days, and none of them really look good on a daily. Nothing is attractive. Yeah, True USD. That's attractive. Oh man, this is all really bad. Very bad. And you know, here I was thinking that we were having a bit of an all rally last time, but apparently it's not the case. And most of these are faring very poorly. So just stay out of the time. The big move that happened yesterday was this ETH flash crash where we went to 94. So we've rebounded up to 102 already, but 94 got filled, which kind of shows that we still have a bit more to go down. Let's take a look. Look at that flash crash. That's why you should always have some orders set, 20% down, 10% down, just to take in those flash crashes. Also looking at EOS. EOS at 220, like really getting wrecked. Look at that. That is nasty. And that's a short all the way from $5.30. Wow, short from $5.30. all the way down. And there's no end in sight either. Not yet, at least. Maybe we're gonna touch 50 cents. I don't see why not on that. The other one's LTC, still looking bad. Still for short. What is XLM doing? Oof. XLM is slowly dying as well too. Where's XLM BTC? Right. Monero at $50. Wow. Yeah. Right. So here's on yesterday, we were talking about XRP, about how it was tracking along 21 period moving average, but now it looks like we're about to go through on the day. So if it, I would say if it breaks through here, we're going to see increased selling throughout that as it comes back down to this 27-cent level. So the BTC, I actually may put a small short on, because if it closes through here, that's what I'm looking at. And that kind of wraps it up. I mean, the main thing just to watch for is BTC. Have a bit of a rebound today, but not everything else is rebounding. This is my short area, and that is my view on how things are looking today. So if you have any questions, just post them and I will answer them, and let me know how I'm doing. Thank you. See you tomorrow.